Good morning, folks, from the Albuquerque Balloon Fiesta, and this year I have a very exciting experience to share with you. I'm experiencing the Balloon Fiesta from the Balloon Museum, the observation deck that's right here behind me. They have dining experience, VIP viewing experience from either the deck or out on this private grassy field to experience one-of-a-kind Balloon Fiesta here in Albuquerque, New Mexico, with over 600 balloons that all go up into the air for an entire week. So this is an experience you're not going to want to miss. Now, if you stick around to the end, I'm going to go over the details of the price of this experience, including some things you need to know about accessing the event and parking at the event. So you're not going to want to miss this. Thanks so much for joining us, and here we go. For the past several years, I've been bringing you the Balloon Fiesta from the field, and while it is an absolutely incredible experience, the crowds are insane, and you can walk really long distances walking all over the field, plus having to walk to the field from wherever you end up parking. It can be a bit overwhelming for people who don't like crowds, or if you have any type of mobility issues. The Balloon Museum is located on the south side of the balloon field, and they offer a unique VIP experience that overlooks the field in a comfortable environment with many fabulous amenities that you can't get anywhere else at the Balloon Fiesta. The Anderson Abruzzo International Balloon Museum was opened in 2005, and this is dedicated to Maxie Anderson and Ben Abruzzo, who were both hot air balloon pilots. They were very involved in the community, and they had some pioneering firsts in the world of hot air ballooning. Now, both of them were involved in transatlantic and transpacific flights in hot air balloons. And so inside this museum, you're going to see some displays where they're going to talk about the history of these incredible flights over the ocean. I can't even imagine. Unfortunately, both individuals died at an early age. Maxie Anderson died in a hot air ballooning crash, and Ben Abruzzo died when he was piloting a Cessna and crashed and lost several members of his family as well. So the two families of Anderson and Abruzzo came together to start this foundation, and the foundation puts together this special event every year. 40% of the proceeds goes to the Anderson Abruzzo Foundation. The event here at the Balloon Museum starts at 5:30 a.m. and at 5:45 a.m. the drone show starts, so everybody goes out on the patio to watch the drone show, and then breakfast is served starting at 6 a.m. So after the drone show, most people line up to get breakfast and then sit in the beautiful dining area and await the next event. Now, around 6 a.m. is when Dawn Patrol starts, so I'm waiting for that to start. But while everyone's waiting to eat, it's a great time to come and check out the exhibits in the museum. All right, folks, well, the lighting in here isn't the best, but I am sitting down here to eat my breakfast. Now, the nice thing about coming to this event is after the Dawn Patrol and before the balloons actually start to inflate, you can come inside and have a wonderful seat, eat a delicious breakfast. They have everything: eggs, bacon, fruit, yogurt, biscuits and gravy. They had green chili, they had carne adobada, potatoes, waffles, everything you can think of. So you can sit down, relax, have a great meal, have a drink, and then you can even wander the Balloon Museum while you're waiting for the balloons to go up. And all the meals here are catered by a local gourmet restaurant. At least this year, this morning, the breakfast is catered from Slate Street, and it looks absolutely fantastic. All right, folks, bon appetit. When you see the pot of what looks like chili con carne, it's actually carne adobada, which is pork marinated in red chili. It's absolutely delicious. So I'm going to hurry up and eat my breakfast so I can get out and enjoy the show and watch the sunrise. You can actually see the mountains from the glass observation deck here. The mountains are in the background and the sun's coming up. It's quite beautiful.
Oh, can you see by the dawn's early light what sort
All right, the Balloon Fiesta is officially underway. They just finished the national anthem. So I'm gonna come out here behind the Balloon Fiesta Museum and show you a little bit of the area that is reserved just for people who have this VIP ticket. They have these great seats out here in the grass. You can relax as the balloons float overhead, and then of course the observation deck is right back here behind me. And you can see beautiful museum shaped like a hot air balloon. It's gorgeous. This entire area, this grassy field right here to the south of the field, is property of the Balloon Museum. And with this ticket, you have exclusive access, no crowds, beautiful views, and all the amenities inside the Balloon Museum for you to enjoy. And here they come. They're going to start flying overhead. Now it looks like they are inflating a much smaller balloon right over here for people who want that close-up experience. Really like to feel the heat of that propane. There it goes. Yay! Then it comes over. Whoa! All right, we're gonna go upstairs. I'm gonna show you what it looks like to take a look over the entire field from the observation deck upstairs. Now, Albuquerque has a unique pattern of airflow. It's one of the reasons why the Balloon Fiesta does so well here. It's called the Albuquerque box, and where the airflow goes certain directions based on your elevation. And so typically, this is pretty typical for the Balloon Fiesta, that they fly south as they leave the park, and then usually as they go higher in elevation, then the winds turn and come north, and they can usually fly out, up, and then back over to the Balloon Fiesta field. And so sometimes when you're somewhere like here at the Balloon Museum, you can catch the balloons twice, as they leave and then again when they fly back. But today it doesn't look like the box is in action, because I have not seen any balloons come back towards the field. So that means today you're going to get an interesting show in town as the balloonists try to find safe places to land in town. They have a demonstration here with a smaller size balloon. Now, if you want to go to the balloon field, you can walk from here, or you can get a courtesy shuttle, and they do have tickets that you can get inside if you want to get on the field. If you want to go on the field for a little while, and then when you get tired of the crowds, you can come back to the Balloon Museum. Now, there is a balloon over there that is making a lot of noise. Oh my goodness. So we have something here in New Mexico called Burning of the Zozobra, and it's a cultural event that happens in Santa Fe every year, and they make this giant zozobra and then they burn it, and everyone puts inside the zozobra their concerns, their fears, their sorrows, all the things that they want to burn away. And the Zozobra balloon is inflating, and you can hear its moans from far away. And the crowds that are cheering, how exciting. All right, now Old Man Gloom officially has liftoff, and that is very exciting for the crowds down on the field. The special shapes are the most exciting balloons to watch fly. Oh, they're about to land. They're saying, get out of the way, we're landing. That's exciting. They're gonna land right here. They're telling the kids, get out of the way, get out of the way, get out of the way, we're going down. Whew, kind of hard landing. And then the balloon basically, oh, they're asking for help so they don't fall over. And I'm not being much help, standing here filming them. All right, we're gonna go inside and see what there is inside the museum to check out. Now, I've spent most of my life in Albuquerque, and there are the occasional accidents around town. You know, not a lot. Chances are very small, but it does happen. And so they have a virtual reality balloon ride. And I'm thinking that's more my kind of thing. So we're gonna go check that out. Set me up. Let's do this.
We've got a superhero mask. It's going to sit over here on the bridge of the parade.
Okay.
If you'll follow me this way.
Like a raccoon. Is that all right? All right. Get the front row seat here.
Well, nothing but the best.
Okay.
Let's move you one back so you're not directly in the sun.
Okay. Can I just set my stuff anywhere?
Absolutely.
I'll just set my stuff right here, okay?
Then you'll sit down, and then you'll set this up just like a normal pair of glasses.
Okay.
And go ahead and put it on. And you should see "Welcome to Albuquerque."
Yes.
Perfect. Does it look blurry at all?
Like a little bit.
Okay. Go ahead and take the headset off for me. We have diopters, and we can actually adjust it and make it a little sharper. Go ahead and try that.
Yeah, that is a little better.
We can keep going.
It
You
seems like this side needs a little
want
adjustment.
the right side, of course. Let's try that.
So when you're old like me, you can, let's do one more.
One more.
Yeah. I guess I took off, oh, yeah, I took off my other glasses, so. All right,
Perfect.
yes.
Okay. So.
It's awesome. Dawn Patrol is so beautiful. This is great. That virtual ride was so much fun. You get to experience all the events from being right inside the basket. They were super nice, and this is a special event that's only available during the fiesta. Don't forget to pick up some souvenirs from the Balloon Museum gift shop. You do get a discount with your VIP admission. Hot air and gas balloons were invented near Paris, France. And then look at the things you can buy here in the museum. Wow. Beautiful gifts here. So anything you want to know about balloon flight, you can find here at this balloon museum. Now they host events in the morning and in the afternoon. So we're going to come back this afternoon and see what it's like to experience the balloon glow from the VIP Balloon Museum Observation Deck experience. All right, I have just arrived back at the Balloon Museum for the evening event. Now, if you are attending this event, it is a separate admission ticket for either the morning or the afternoon event. So I am lucky enough to be able to experience both, so I can show you what to expect when you come and visit, and you can decide which event you would like to attend for yourself. So it's around 5 p.m. Doors open at 4:30 in the evening. Let me tell you, traffic was nowhere near. There was really no traffic heading down here at this time. Now there were people already in the Balloon Museum, general admission people from the day, but they start checking in for the observation deck event at 4:30. You check in at the information desk outside, you get a wristband, and that gives you access to the upstairs. Now they have a very large selection of food items. They even wanted to bring me a charcuterie board to start the evening, but I wanted to come out here and talk to you guys for a few minutes first, so I'm really looking forward to the meal selection tonight. Now this is a balloon glow event, and it starts with skydivers that come into the area, and then they have a lot of festive events out on the field. If you want to go to the field, you can hop on the shuttle, go to the field, and then come back to the Balloon Museum. But they're going to start serving dinner around 5 p.m. I believe. So everybody up there is getting their drinks, getting ready to eat. So I'm going to show you what to expect at the Balloon Glow evening event here at the Balloon Museum. So it's not uncommon for it to be a little breezy here in the afternoon this time of year, and what you can expect is the winds will die down once the sun sets. So don't be scared away if it's a little breezy in the evenings, although sometimes if the winds are too strong, it can interfere, but usually they can still do the balloon glow, because the balloon glow, the balloons do not lift into the air. They stay stationary and they light up in the dark, and it's an absolutely beautiful show. So I'm going to show you what you can see from the Balloon Museum here during a balloon glow event. All right, now I'm going to go upstairs and get something to drink and try out the food and relax and wait for the show to start. Okay, so serving of dinner is well underway. I just got myself a drink with my drink ticket. I'm trying the Flight juice. It's quite good. It's vodka with pomegranate, lemon juice, and cranberry juices. And you can see there's a little line here. And as I was waiting in line for my drink, the skydivers came down upon the park. I got a glimpse of them as they came through the windows. They do have those again in the evening, and that's pretty cool to see. Okay, here's the evening events. We start with the skydiving. Then we have the balloon glow. Then there's another skydiving event. Then there's the drone show. And then finally, the night ends with fireworks. So there's a lot to see here. And we are enjoying a beautiful dinner and waiting for sunset here at the Balloon Fiesta. Now tonight's meal is brought to us from Michusi's. There's several locations in town, and they're one of the best restaurants here in Albuquerque. And each one of the locations around town has a different cuisine. And so you'll get something a little different when you go to the different restaurants. So that's very unique. So they have a wide selection of dinner items tonight. This meal here is pretty phenomenal. Now I've got garlic mashed potatoes. They had a house salad and a Caesar salad. And then of course slice of bread. They had eggplant parmesan, green beans, two types of pasta, one like a chipotle chicken and one was a vegetarian. And I got a small slice of steak with balsamic. Now they also had big pieces of chicken, but I felt like this was enough food for me for tonight. So I'm telling you, this is a delicious gourmet meal. You are not going to miss out on the meal here at the Balloon Museum. It is fantastic. Now during this part of the Balloon Fiesta, after you arrive, if you're down on the field, it's pretty much like a state fair kind of feel. They have a ton of restaurants, a lot of fried food, a lot of like the kind of goods that you'd get at the fair is really the best way I can explain it. And while they wait for the evening to come for the balloons to inflate. So if you want a classier meal and a more comfortable environment, this is the place to come. I'm going to dig right in and start with my delicious salad and mashed potatoes. So one of the things I noticed is there's quite a few people up here that brought binoculars. That is a really good idea to be able to see up close and personal what's going on the field. So if you can remember, bring your binoculars. And that dinner was so incredibly delicious. So I've decided to come out here and enjoy the view, wait for sunset while I finish my drink. It's a lovely evening out here. And I guess if you go around the corner, it looks like that wind is really picking up. But hopefully it will calm down after the sun sets. So if you haven't yet seen my video on 10 essential tips for the Balloon Fiesta, you're going to want to check that out. I'm going to link to it at the end of this video. But I will give you one tip in advance, and that is that you should download the Balloon Fiesta app on your phone. What you can get with that app, not only do you get the schedule of events, but you can find out the status of the balloons. So I just got a notification from the app that the yellow flag is up. That means we are in a holding pattern because of the weather. The wind is a little too strong right now for the balloons to inflate, and you will know that from the app on your phone. Now, if you're on the field, there is a central location on the field where that flag flies, but it's hard to see because it's a really big park. And so I just got the notification on my phone. The balloon glow was supposed to start at 6, and it is now 6:17, and it hasn't yet started. And that's because we're kind of waiting out the wind at this point. So I'd stepped inside to use the restroom, and sure enough, they were serving dessert. Now it's 6:35, and they still have a yellow flag, so the balloon glow has not started yet. But since we're here at the museum, I was able to pick up some dessert, and I found a nice place to stand here and watch the sunset. All right, so as promised, I'm going to go over the pricing details while we watch the sunset and wait for the evening show to start. Now, tickets for this event are $225 per adult. That's going to cover you for either the morning session or the evening session. Youth 7 to 16 is $75, and children from 0 to 6 are free. Now that price is going to cover everything you've seen: full access to the observation deck, the full meal, you get one alcoholic drink, access to the museum, access to the field, a private shuttle with tickets to the field if you want to go to the field. You get a commemorative pen as well as a keepsake. You get a discount in the gift shop and VIP parking on site right here in front of the Balloon Museum. Now, when you buy your tickets, you're going to have to give a physical address for your parking pass to be mailed to, or you're going to have to come down and pick it up ahead of time. Now, I'm going to talk to you just a little bit about accessing the park for parking. You can park right in front of the museum and walk right in, but you do still have to deal with the Balloon Fiesta traffic approaching the area in the mornings. So if you are coming to the Balloon Museum event, you have to approach from eastbound Alameda. You cannot be traveling west because they close all the roads and direct traffic to a different area of the park. So I'm going to show you a map. I approached the area from 2nd Street, and then I headed east on Alameda. And there's a couple of important tips. So as you're heading north on 2nd Street, it tells you the right lane is for parking, the left lane is for the Gondola Club, the Chasers Club. Well, for the Balloon Museum, you want to also travel in that left lane on 2nd Street. When you finally reach Alameda, it's going to have both lanes are going to turn east, so you want to be in the left lane. And then a little bit further up the road, they do separate the traffic again for the Gondola Club and the Chasers Club. Now that has a separate entrance from the Balloon Museum, so you're just going to stay in the left lane, take it all the way east until you get to Balloon Museum Drive. Then you're going to hang a left and you're going to come into the parking lot right up close. For the evening event, parking was a breeze. There was really no traffic. And so you don't really have to worry about that. Now, I guess if you get probably later to like 6, 7 p.m., maybe there's traffic, but if you come early, if you're coming around the 4 o'clock hour to get here with the 5 o'clock event starting, you're not gonna have any trouble getting here. So it's probably too dark for you to see me, but they just came around and said that they just put up the green flag. The folks here at the Balloon Museum said that. So the second skydiving event was canceled due to wind, but hopefully the balloons will start to inflate and we'll be able to see a little something tonight. So it was a bit of a wait before they finally made the decision to allow some of the balloons to go ahead and light up. Now the good news is we were in comfortable surroundings with plenty of drink and food, so it was a very comfortable wait. Now they gave the green flag, but they left it up to the pilot's discretion because it was still quite windy. So as you can see, some of the balloons lit up, some of the balloonists did the candlestick glow from the propane burner, and they did the best they could to make a show for the evening. Now just to give you a feeling of what it can really be like, here is a glimpse from one of the balloon glows last year where all the balloons were glowing. It is quite an event. So after the balloon glow, then they proceeded to the drone show, which we had a great seat for the drone show, and I did kind of a time lapse to show you some of that. And then you get the fireworks. Again, excellent seats from the Balloon Museum, and when it's over, it is a breeze to get out of there, which is amazing. Folks, thanks so much for spending the day with me today at the Albuquerque International Balloon Museum. I hope you enjoyed your experience. Let me know down in the comments which event you would prefer to go to, either the morning or the evening. And I hope you reserve your spot next time you come out to the Balloon Fiesta here at the Balloon Museum Observation Deck. Thanks so much for watching.